Got a Cape May warbler here on Admiral Road. Seat, 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 seat. Seat, 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 seat. Very high pitched. He's just in there a little ways. Can't see him. But we are going to try and find as many cool warblers as we can today. Even if that's just one cool warbler. 20 species of warblers nest in the Sax-Zim Bog. And on this 38-degree June 1st morning, we're going to see if we can find some good ones. He's right there. This Canada jay mom or dad was being harassed by one of its young that fledged probably about a month ago. So it's about adult-sized, but charcoal gray. And check it out, still begging to be fed. Those kids don't grow up very fast. Does the alder flycatcher say, repeat? Or does it say, free beer? Free beer. Everybody hears something different. I've probably said this many times before, but the Sax-Zim Bog population of black-billed magpies is the furthest east in the country. Now, we used to say North America, but I think there's a colony up east of Thunder Bay, Ontario. A little bit of a forest fire here. Didn't burn much. Forest fires are really rare in these very wet black spruce tamarack bogs. Our first warbler of the day wasn't singing its normal please, please, please to meet ya, please, please, please to meet ya song, but rather an alternate song. Just heard a Connecticut warbler. Did you hear it? Chupper whippy, chupper whippy, chupper whippy. Also alder flycatcher, winter wrens, yellowthroat. Three wood ducks just flew over. You know, one of my favorite things about late spring, early summer in the bog is just the sounds at dawn, the songs, the calls, just such a huge variety. You know, the North Woods is about the highest concentration of breeding species in North America anywhere. Not Texas, not Arizona, up in the great North Woods. And as an example of that diversity, Clinton and Jason led 10 different Warbler Wednesday and Warbler Saturday trips, and they observed 137 different species, including 23 warbler species. They had great gray owl on over half the trips. Had some good finds too, including red-headed woodpecker, American white pelican, evening grosbeak. Yeah, thanks guys. Skunk cabbage is coming up. Lots of it here along McDavitt. This red fox was out hunting, probably for a den full of hungry mouths. And then a bit further up in some deciduous woods by the cut-across road, I found a couple more species of warblers. Magnolia, weedy weedy weedio, and black and white warbler. Weesey, weesey, weesey. Connecticut is still singing back in there, but doesn't sound like he's coming in closer to the road. And the ditch is about 12 feet wide, full of water. And I did not bring a ladder or a bridge. So I'm gonna have to let this one go, but awesome. My first Connecticut of the spring on territory, and that's one of the most important species that we want to protect habitat for here in Sax-Zim. They're a declining species, and in Minnesota they like big stands of tamarack, big tracts of tamarack and black spruce. And so some of these purchases we're pursuing and have completed, yay, are going to protect not only great gray owl habitat, but Connecticut warbler habitat. Yeah, the terrible named warbler that should be called the big-eyed walking bog warbler, or the, I would call it the tamarack warbler, but out in like Alberta, they nest in aspen. I've been here about an hour, and I think it's time to go find some more warblers. And I have to mention our annual, or biannual, well, we do it twice a year anyway, litter cleanup. It is the litter cleanup day, and we've got our Adopt a Highway stretch along 133, and yeah, we kind of have fun with it. We do it twice a year, spring and fall. And we see who can find the best find. I found a giant pickled herring jar. How about this? A chef's hat. That might do it. What? Spatula?
Spatula. Look it, I'm ready. Gosh. It's for the bog bars.
Another contender. Hear that? Yellow-throated vireo. Especially fun since Lori and Eileen also independently found the same bird. It's a good bird. Oh, he's pointing at something.
I don't see something for you there. Sorry.
Check out the best finds of the day.
One of those, I'd put it in the bag.
Oh.
Right glove.
Right glove.
Those I'd be in.
Now,
Not over.
the real find is the corkscrew to go along with the
Wow. I think for about the third year, Julie Olaroff
This is illicit.
wins again.
It's something interesting.
Oh my gosh! Drug paraphernalia.
It's
It
drug
is.
paraphernalia.
It
Drugs.
is.
Here are the drugs.
Yeah, we don't know what's in the
Might be medicinal.
This is called a one-hitter.
Original art.
It's colorful.
Look at that.
It's a cabin. Trees. Look.
Oh my.
See?
Not just a hat. It's a chef hat.
Oh, it is.
See?
That's
Look at it.
The chef got rid of. Wait, the spare.
What's that?
It's just got one lens. I think these are really sexy glasses.
It goes with the one glove.
The beauty is that later I found. I don't know if it's the right lens, but so
Probably.
That was a lot of fun. So thanks to all our staff and board and volunteers who helped us pick up trash. Now back to our field trip. Here's a sound you may have heard in May or June. It's the scream of baby ravens. It's kind of their begging call. And yeah, it travels a long distance. And what do you do when you get a little bored? Well, you just poke your brother or sister with your beak. Welcome to Virtually Live 28, June 1st, 2022. And I forgot to say that earlier, so sorry. But we are out and about in the Sax-Zim Bog, and it has warmed up to maybe almost 50 degrees, and the mosquitoes are starting to come out. So I might have to get out the DEET. Yeah, the black flies just came out. Of course, we should look at the bright side that this is warbler food. A few black flies. And that their presence is an indicator of really high water quality, since the larvae can't tolerate any pollution. I always spray the bug dope on the back of my hand and then rub it around, because if you put it on the front of your hand and then start touching your binoculars or your camera or whatever, it will dissolve the plastic on the outside, make it tacky anyway. Used to be really bad in the old days when we used to use 100% DEET. Now this like Deep Woods Off has only 25% DEET. Much better. Works just fine. Now we're protected. Bring it on. I've had some great luck here on McDammit. Not only the Connecticut Warbler, but Nashville Warbler. Pizza, 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 eat, 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 eat. And notice that little orangey red cap on top of its head. You see it in the field guides, but you don't see it that often in the field. And golden-winged warbler, buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. And since over 50% of the world's population of golden-winged warblers live in Minnesota, I propose that we get rid of the loon, yeah, they're so common, and replace the state bird with a golden-winged warbler. Who's with me? And yes, a common yellowthroat. Common, yes, but you don't often get to see that beautiful warbler for more than a split second. But Connecticut didn't want to play today, so that's okay. Let's move on, try and find some other warblers. Got a morning warbler here. Let's pull over, see if we can get him to come out. It's one a lot of people want to see when they visit the bog. And it's pretty common here, really common. Morning warbler, chirry, chirry, chirry. Well, I hear Connecticut deep in the woods off Admiral, so what else can you do? Got to go in the bog after it. All right, here we go. Yikes, it's wet. Bog birch, a dwarf bog-dwelling shrub, and skunk cabbage. Did you know that was a bog plant? Marsh marigold blooming in June. That doesn't happen very often. Sign of our late spring. We are getting closer. They don't really respond to tapes very well anyway. And you gotta put on rubber boots and go in the bog and find them, because once they start singing, they'll sing from a perch high up in the tamarack and kind of stay there, stay hidden, but singing, so you can usually find them. Oh, crap. Just when I was getting close, I ran into one of these old ditches that runs through the bog still from when they tried to drain the bog back in the early 19-teens. Oh, I don't know how I can get across. Made it across. I'm super close. He was right up here. Now I think he flew. That was frustrating. I got very close to that Connecticut, but could not find it in the tamaracks. And then it quit singing. Probably snuck off and I didn't even see it. It was a Black-backed warbler. See, but see, but see, but see. It's really high-pitched. Check out the cloud of spruce pollen So now I'm just going to follow the sun to get out of the bog. I also have Google Earth and a compass if I need it. Yet another badly named warbler. The Palm Warbler has nothing to do with palms, at least on its breeding grounds. How about we call it the rusty-capped taiga warbler, since they love this stunted spruce stuff. What do you think? Snipe displaying all over. A little hard to get a photo of them. Got some blue-winged teal out here. We're on the south end of Admiral. Well, nice stop here at the south end of Admiral Road. Warbling vireo, pretty rare in the bog. Virginia rail, rare in the bog. Nice northern water thrush singing. They've got a really loud song, similar in tone and volume to a Connecticut. There it was. But they're in these wet, swampy areas. And, oh, Sora, yellow warbler. This is one of the best places to find yellow warbler as well. Cool, nice way to end our trip, I think. It's like 11 o'clock and the birds are slowing down. And I gotta mow the lawn at the Welcome Center. Yeah, we better get going. The Lois King Education Space project has begun. Yeah, and Steve saved us a maple, 2 maples. So we just need the ground to dry out a little bit and then we'll get the slab in. Greg.
Hey, Sparky.
Tell us what the heck you're doing from California all the way up here in the Sax-Zim Bog.
I am here because of you.
What?
When I met you last August in the Box Canyon near Madera Canyon in southeast Arizona, looking for the 5-striped sparrow, which you got for me, you told me about this place called Sax-Zim Bog, and I thought he was joking. And then he said his name was Sparky. He's definitely joking, you know. But anyway, I decided to drive up here. It's been a 6,000-mile solo birding trip for me. I'm on crutches and a wheelchair, so it's like Charles Lindbergh in a wheelchair. And my spirit of clipped wing birder.
Oh, this is the spirit of clipped wing birder.
Yes.
Right here.
Yes. Okay. And so I've been here. I just came up to the Welcome Center. And guess what? By coincidence, Sparky is there. And then he is offered to show me around and help me get some life birds.
LeConte sparrow. And look who we ran into, board member Ben Yokel. And yes, he's wearing, it's like 38 degrees. Scope, but
is it all right?
It's all set up for you.
All right, thank you. Waiting.
You see him?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful orangey.
Yeah. And he's doing life bird.
Life bird?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for me too.
Oh, good.
Now the
Now, Greg, can you hear him singing?
yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, good. LeContes love these wet, weedy, grassy, sedgy fields. Their singing perches are rarely more than a foot off out of the grass. And then when they come in like mice. They run through the grass. Is that a lifer?
Yeah. Oofda.
Oofda. Are you from Minnesota originally?
No, I have a friend of mine who is from Minnesota. He spent some time here. He does these Ollie and Lena jokes all the time.
I've got a bunch of those too.
I bet you do.
We're here on McDavitt. Got a great gray, just pretty mellow, just hunting. Probably has a nest full of babies, or maybe they're fledged now. Maybe he's hunting for them. But yeah, there's about 5 cars here. Doesn't affect him at all, doesn't faze him at all. But yeah, that was a lifer for Greg, so that's pretty cool. Now we're gonna go see if we can find a Connecticut after my failure yesterday. But we got sidetracked by this drumming female black-backed woodpecker. Interesting. This will maybe help Ben find the black-backed woodpecker, since he's got some friends who would like to see it as well. So another lifer for Greg. Okay, you're gonna have to use your imagination here. Just picture a perky little winter wren singing its heart out. One time up in the boundary waters, I timed their long, liquid, bubbly song and got an average of 7 or 8 seconds, with some going as long as 10 seconds.
You see him still?
Yep, he's still in that deciduous tree. Same branch, just closer to us. There, he dropped down. What lifers did we get today?
Today I've gotten 4 already. We got the great gray owl, we got the winter wren, we got the LeConte sparrow, and black-backed woodpecker.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming up, Greg.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the odds, right? And
I know that I'd meet you again. And after driving all this way.
Thanks for joining me on Virtually Live 28, the Warbler episode. We found 18 species of the 20 species of warblers that breed in the Sax-Zim Bog. Not bad at all. We got video of 10 species. Ooh, what was my favorite? Maybe that Blackburnian. I don't know. We had another 6 species that we heard but did not see, including, of course, that Cape May and the Connecticut. We really tried hard for the Connecticut. And then just 2 species, just 2 that we didn't encounter. The Pine Warbler and the Northern Parula. And we didn't even try for those because those have very specific habitat needs. Pine Warblers are in big pines, like up by the McDavitt rec area, red pines and white pines up there. And the Northern Parula, which likes big spruce on the edge of rivers and creeks, and we didn't try for them either. So pretty darn good. Superstar bird of the day, though, golly, I might give it to a non-warbler. Can I do that? The LeConte sparrow, really nice. Beautiful morning light, a lifer for 3 of the 5 of us that were standing there. I found it right away in the morning along Sax Road. An orange sparrow, I mean, come on, who doesn't love that? And the superstar Bog Buddy, Friends of Sax-Zim Bog member, donor of the day, Greg from California, came all the way out here. And just because of a random meeting he and I had in Box Canyon in southeast Arizona. Pretty cool, Greg. We had a blast. He got a bunch of lifers and so much fun to just go around and knock around and bird with him this morning. We spread this one over 2 days, but I hope you had fun. And we'll see you in a few weeks for Virtually Live 29. Keep your head up in those tamarack boughs looking for those Connecticut warblers and your feet firmly planted in your rubber boots in the bog. Don't forget the DEET. 25% will do. All right, take care. See you next time.
It's just amazing. This place is absolutely amazing, except for the mosquitoes.